question is where he'll play next. Pro Football Talk reports the Steelers want to trade him to an NFC team, and their GM said Friday that 3 teams have touched base about a trade. Multiple reports also say the Steelers will avoid trading AB to another AFC North team, and the Patriots. Brown has been to the Pro Bowl 6 straight years, but he will turn 31 this summer. So, Shannon,
yes,
what would you give up for AB?
I would give up a 4th-round pick. I would start with a 4th, and I'm not going lower than a 3rd. But here's the thing, Skip. If you're not going to redo his contract, leave him alone. If you're not going to redo his contract, Skip.
You just said a mouthful.
Leave him alone.
Okay.
Because a lot of this, and he makes some very valid points and arguments about Ben and wanting to get out and not feeling appreciated, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Colbert come out and co-sign what AB had said about Ben's mentality, about it being ownership-like.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not going to redo this man's deal, leave him alone. And again, not to get too far, Skip, remember Le'Veon Bell said what they're offering is not as good as you think it is. It's basically a 1-year deal. And that's what they told. Antonio Brown signed a 4-year extension for $68 million, $20 million guaranteed. So now he only got $2.5 million due, I think, first league year, March 17, something like that. Skip, if you're not going to give this guy a new deal, leave him alone. I would give him a 4th rounder, going low as a 3rd, because I already know you got to get rid of him, Skip, because he a problem. I already know. It's just like sometimes, Skip, it's like you animal control. You get a dog and he bites somebody, you can't bring it back home. You got to get rid of it. Now, you hope they don't put the dog down. You hope somebody, they nurture him and they get somebody that's better equipped to deal with it.
That's a long shot, but go ahead.
And maybe somebody's better equipped to deal with AB than what you were capable of doing. But with that being said, and I know you got to get rid of him, and I know you want to get rid of him, and you're going to be highly motivated to get rid of him, Skip. And they know what AB represents. Because guess what, Skip? Now, we've seen in the past, Bill Belichick not only traded Drew Bledsoe to an AFC team, he traded it within the division.
He did.
Andy Reid did the same thing to Donovan McNabb. He's like, NFC, I ain't worried about the NFC. I'll trade you within the division.
Yep.
The Pittsburgh Steelers says, not only will we not trade you to an AFC North team, and the Patriots, we getting you out of the conference.
That's what they say.
So what that tells me, they believe this man can still play at a very high level. I believe he's going to be very motivated to show that he can still play at a high level. Because guess what, Skip Bayless? Somebody believe that AB still got 115 catches, about 1,300 yards, and about 9 touchdowns. Because that's kind of what he averages over his last 6 years. 6 straight 100-yard seasons. Think about it. The man had a down year, and he's still over 100, still around 1,300 yards with 15 touchdowns, and he had a down year. Now, somebody's going to give up that 3rd-round pick. That's as low as I go, Skip. I'm not going any lower than that because I know I got to pay him to keep him happy.
Yeah.
But you know, just so you know what you're getting. He's a lion. Lions don't be tamed. And when you least expect it, he might look at you as lunch. So when you least expect it, he might lash out at you in your locker room like he did in his previous locker room. So he's not without fault here, Skip Bayless, and all this thing that's going around. But that's all I got for you. I'll give you a 3rd, but I'm starting with a 4th and hope you take it.
I hear everything you just said, and I'm going to go a step farther, a big step farther. I am not kidding or exaggerating when I say this. If I were an NFL GM, you would have to give me a 4th rounder to take him off your hands.
What?
Yep. Give me a 4th rounder, which means I got no use.
Really?
And one Shannon Sharp, the Hall of Famer that you are, you said before they gave him the big money, no.
Nope.
Correct?
Yep, I did. Stand by it, too. He made me right.
I also said no. And the flashpoint for both of us was what happened in the locker room at Kansas City after Pittsburgh pulled off a big upset.
Correct.
Facebook Live during Mike Tomlin's post-game private thoughts to the team. And some of those included a shot he took at the New England Patriots.
Right.
They got a head start because they played earlier and those blah, blah, blahs, right? And it was a broken rule that I couldn't get over. I couldn't go back from that one.
For sure.
So now Antonio, and I like Antonio personally. Again, I've been around him a lot. When he walks in, he just lights up every room. But that's not what we're talking about here.
No.
We're talking about a still fairly young man who's played 9 seasons in the NFL, and he is going on next year. He will play at 31 years of age. We saw some decline last year, and I don't have time to go through all the metrics, the third-level stats. All of his metrics were down a little bit. Is it because of the feud with Roethlisberger? Probably it was to some degree. But is he going to be worth a $22.2 million cap hit next year, or the following year an $18.3 million cap hit, or the option year, which has a $19.5 cap hit? Are you talking about do it down?
Yes.
Knock it down?
I tell you what I do, what I'm going to do, AB. How much you said he got the first year? How much next year? How much?
Cap hit is 22.2.
No, we definitely, definitely not playing no receiver. He's playing on the 22 on my team. Anyway, so this is what I'm going to do, Skip. I think he has a $25 million. I'll say this year is 13.5.
Yep.
Next year is 12. That's $25 million. AB, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to add some years on that. I'm going to rip this thing up. I'm going to take that $25 million. I'm going to add another $5 million to it. I'm going to give you a $30 million bonus.
Okay.
I'm going to add 3 years to it, and I'm going to prorate it. You're going to make $1 million. That's what I'm going to do for him, Skip. Because I'm going
to up the ante on guaranteed money.
I'm going to give him guaranteed money.
That's what he said the other day when he was on the...
I'm going to give him guaranteed money.
Okay.
What was he on the other day? He was doing some exercise with the treadmill.
Oh, Mr. Big Chest. Oh, Big Chest.
Yeah.
That's what they call him.
Mr. Big Chest.
That's what they call him on Big Chest. Oh, Big Chest Brown.
Confident.
Yeah. Oh, Big Chest Brown.
Put the Mr. in front.
Yeah, oh,
You got to
Mr. Big
call
Chest
him
Brown.
Mr. Big Chest.
Oh, yeah, Big Chest Brown.
Right, and he said in that post on, I think, Instagram...
It was Instagram.
You don't call me unless you're going to guarantee me some money.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, here's the thing, though, Skip. You know that going in.
Yep.
Skip, this is not unknown. It's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to get. If so you know what he is.
Yep.
So if you're not going to do that, Skip, don't bother him. Because if you think you're going to get it and change the scene, change his locale, and say, you know what? He just needed to be out of there. We're going to keep him status quo as far as his base salary. No, you're not. No, you're not. So just go ahead and, hey, Skip, 31 is very young. And we talk about he had a down year. Juju had a career year. Now, we're going to have to see if Juju can put those same numbers when he's getting double teamed and there's no AB on the other side to lift coverage. So because I know what AB can do. AB's been getting double teamed for the last 6 years, and he still put up 126, 135, 130, 129. So I don't worry about AB.
Okay, so if the Pittsburgh Steelers actually want to maximize their return for Antonio Brown, they're going to have to open up the field to this auction. They're going to have to say, we will solicit bids. We'll take bids from AFC teams.
Okay, I will do AFC teams, but just not in the division and just not the Patriots.
Well, you know who will give the most for them would be a division rival because they think chip on shoulder. Maybe he'd play to get even. Did Belichick fear Drew Bledsoe?
No. That Drew Bledsoe, Skip, stop. No.
Okay.
Look, here's the thing, though, Skip. Look, if I'm in a relationship, Jenny, you could attest it. You married.
Okay. Yeah.
You and your husband y'all get a divorce. You go your separate ways. But don't marry the neighbor. Get your butt, go across town. Go out of the country.
Or the friend.
Yeah. So what you think I'm going to let AB go into the division? I don't care. I don't care if I don't want him.
It's not like he has a relationship with the Cleveland Browns, right?
My point is, you get what I'm saying.
Dating the Browns?
No.
Privately?
I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you every.
Close.
Right. I go to a restaurant and there you go post it up with your boo. I wish I might see that. No. You go into California, you go into Minnesota, you go to Green Bay, you go in somewhere, but guess what? I'm not going to see you twice a year. That's not
guess who doesn't have any leverage right now? To me, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, they don't.
They don't.
No.
So you're going to have to say, come one, come all, and say, what's the best we can get?
And if I'm a team, I'm going to say, guess what, old Big Chest? Old Big Chest Brown, that's what they call it. Big Chest. You got to do something with that stash.
Big Chest? Where did that come from?
That's what he said. That's what he wanted to be known as.
I know, but I don't know. Where did it come from?
He did lift the weights.
Really?
Yep. You got to cut that stash. Ain't nobody, I'm not paying no receiver to giving him $30 million guarantee with no blonde mustache.
That's the issue right now?
Yep. Cut that off. Cut that off of you, boy. I got you.
The biggest issue is Antonio sort of went through the looking glass into the internet, and he decided, because the internet told him what was happening, that he was the equivalent of an NBA superstar. That's how he acts. That's how he carries himself. That's why he thinks, well, I got 3.2 million on IG. They love me. They want me to be a superstar.
How many? many?
And 3.2? That's not that many. Actually.
That is a many.
Oh, I don't know.
Then let me go.
It's not LeBron.
Oh, well, hold on, Skip. See, why you got to go? Ain't nobody
LeBron's a
LeBron.
league of his own.
Yeah, LeBron got more IG followers than all
I know.
NFL players.
These are football players, and unfortunately for this football player, he plays a dependent position.
Yes.
So if he were a quarterback, okay, you got me. If he were a running back, you might be able to make some case. But when you're a dependent wide receiver and you get the ball sometimes or you don't get it and the defense can take you completely away, it's hard to justify paying him that much money.
San Fran ain't got that, buddy. San Fran going to give up that 4th and 3rd. Kyle Shanahan to do it.
Really? For that much money?
Yeah.
God bless.
They got
Good luck.
Good luck. Hey, Green Bay.
Do it.
Oh, him and Devontae?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, him and Aaron.
That's a lot of
That's what I
personality.
say.
I don't know.
Aaron and him will be at each other's throat. Game two.
That feels messy to me.
He didn't look at me. He didn't throw. You'd have little Antonio, Mr. Big Chest, throwing the Gatorade on the field.
Big Chest Brown. I like on Big Chest Brown.
Throw that Gatorade out on the field.
No.
There'd be frozen Gatorade all over that Lambeau field.
Yeah, he hit somebody with that jug. The Gatorade gonna be frozen in that jug. No, Skip, he's gonna move past that. You know, I'm gonna have a conversation with AB. I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm gonna talk to him and explain to him how he should handle things moving forward. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I don't normally reach out, but I like AB.
Think he's going to listen to you?
Probably not, but I feel compelled.
You sure he'll take your phone call after you blasted him?
I didn't lie.
Yeah. He did come on our show, and I think that was after.
Yeah, it was after. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was
Let
after.
us know how that conversation goes, what you learn after you talk to him.
I mean, I'll ask him, I say, do you mind if I reveal the conversation that we had on there? I mean, do you mind if, I'm sure he will. You know, I just think there's a way to handle all things. I really do. I'm a big believer in how to handle things and do things the right way.
All right.
You know, Antonio's the classic guy because I know him, and he'll say to you if you get him on the phone, I got you. I got you. I got you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Don't hear you.
But he'll acknowledge it. He'll take your call. It'll be interesting to see where he ends up. Okay, we're going to stay in the NFL, but we're switching gears to a serious story. Robert Kraft could be arrested today. We will have the latest next.